Margaret Wong is an immigration lawyer. She's joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. Margaret, thanks so much for being with us. How are you doing?
I'm very good, and thanks for inviting me.
You're so welcome. It's good to see you here. Let's get into this. Just this week, we've seen ICE arrest a prominent school superintendent. We've seen agents tackle and arrest a grocery worker, and an ICE agent push a woman to the floor after her husband was detained. There have been so many moments, but have any of them really surprised you over the past few weeks?
It's horrible. In the past few weeks, the law changed every day. Just a few weeks ago, President Trump and Homeland Security came out with all undocumented people and all people who were paroled into America, it doesn't matter when, it's mandatory detention. So my advice to all listeners is anybody like us who looks different, who acts different, make sure you drive very carefully. Do not go close to an airport, no highway. They're all over the place, outside courthouses, not just immigration courts, but also municipal courts, common pleas courts, any courts that you can go pay a traffic ticket, or even when you're a victim of crime and you're reporting a crime. It's just really bad out there in the last few weeks.
People are very scared, really, really scared. When ICE agents do make arrests, how much discretion do they have themselves when they're being violent with the public? Is that because they actually want to, or are there orders coming from the top to do so?
Oh, it's coming from the top. I've talked to them. They also started a new program allegedly to protect children, and they have ICE agents who are not trained in the field to check welfare. Their reason is to do welfare checks. That means that children are not being trafficked, children that were separated from families, that have guardians, are well fed and is going to school. But I asked the ICE agent, I said, because most of these children's, their parents or mother or father or guardians are undocumented. So who's going to bring these children to court or to ICE office or even at home and not be afraid that you pick them up? In fact, one of our lawyers, when we went to court with a youngster alone, and the judges were yelling at us, saying that how dare you just bring an unaccompanied child to court, because the parents are scared. Nobody dared to bring the child to court, so we did. So it's really bad out there.
And while you're mentioning all of that, we've also seen videos of ICE officers without ID, sometimes hiding their faces, many times they're in plain clothes. Legally, are they allowed to do this?
They can do anything they want. I mean, years and years ago, when I first started to practice, we used to, social together. We used to talk. We used to write, notes and say, this is a good case. You may want to approve this, but if I were you, I would not want to approve that case. But now it's totally, and also years ago, immigration is run by DOJ, Department of Justice. Now it's run by Homeland Security, which is weird because Homeland is for terrorism, is for protection of U.S. citizens. So really have nothing to do with people who are not born here. So the whole mission have changed on the protection or unprotection of people who's here in America, be it rich or poor, young or old, undocumented or documented.
The Trump administration is pushing to end birthright citizenship. Things do keep changing all the time, but from the current legal standpoint, could that really happen?
Not in my lifetime, and I've been here for a long time. I don't think it could happen or should happen. Of course, who am I to say it should not happen? 14th Amendment is very clear that people born in America or naturalized in America remains and is American citizen. So what is American citizenship? It's where you can get a passport. So a passport means that you can travel around the world, around the country as a real ID. That's American citizenship. One thing great about American citizenship is, for example, I go to China. China have to issue me a visa, even though I'm Chinese. But in America, if you go to Canada and become a Canadian citizen, Canada cannot ask you to take away your American passport, But America also would not let you or ask you to take away your Canadian passport. That's one thing great about being an American.
Yes. Well, Margaret Wong, there's so much to talk about. I'm sure we're going to need to do a part 2 in the future because things are going to change again and again anyway. So until then, thank you for now. Appreciate it.
Thank you.